In November, we found out in a hurry that Western New Yorkers have a voracious appetite for restaurant inspection information.
At that time, the only way to see Erie County restaurant reports online was to go to WIVB.com, where we have updated our searchable database.
And it wasn't long after our Dicey Dining reports first aired that Erie County first started posting the information on its own website.
Well, now it's a new year, and Luke Moretti at News 4 Investigates is here with an update on restaurant inspections. Luke?
Yeah, Don and Jackie, we analyzed the Erie County database of restaurant inspections through January. We found places with rodent problems and servers handling ready-to-eat food with their bare hands. Tonight, a look at the active restaurants that received a dozen or more health code violations. Coulter Bay Grill on Delaware Avenue in Buffalo had a complaint in December, according to Erie County Health Department records. Inspectors found a total of 15 violations, 2 of them critical. For example, 2 pounds of partially cooked French fries were discarded by the cook because they were held in a container at room temperature near the fryer at 80 degrees. Among the non-critical violations, inspectors noted what appeared to be rodent droppings in various areas of the basement. A reinspection last month resulted in 13 non-critical violations. And while the restaurant corrected 7 violations stemming from the December complaint, rodent droppings in various areas of the basement was again cited. News 4 Investigates tried contacting Coulter Bay repeatedly for a comment. We stopped by in person. We left 3 phone messages. But so far, there has been no response. A meeting between the county and the restaurant was held on January 24th, according to Health Department records. The operator agreed to submit a cleaning schedule for review and approval and hire an exterminator to deal with the rodent problem. And just recently, Coulter Bay was re-inspected and made big strides complying with the health code. Inspectors found no critical violations and only 1 non-critical regarding ongoing construction in the kitchen area. Here at Aqua, along the Niagara River in Buffalo, Chef Ed Dolsky says the restaurant is trying to get a handle on last month's health department inspection.
We've been working with them.
Inspectors cited the restaurant with 12 non-critical violations. Among them, rodent droppings noted at waitress station, main bar, and pop room.
We're doing everything we can possibly with Buffalo exterminators to resolve the problem, and they have. They've limited it.
But the rodent issue has come up in previous inspection reports. Mark Kowalski of the Erie County Health Department says while Aqua has been making progress,
then they need to gain control of it and eliminate the infestation. They can spoil the food by their presence, as well as contaminate surfaces that they may be that they are running over.
The inspection report also notes several other non-critical issues that need attention. Chef Dolsky says they're being addressed, while the restaurant, for the most part, remains closed during the winter season.
It's a tile on the floor that needs to be replaced. It's a sink that's leaking. You know, it's a ceiling tile that's stained. It's a vent that has a small speck of dirt on it. I mean, they're very small things. I mean, they're things, you know, that are important that need to be done.
And according to the health department, they're things that matter.
The structure can contribute to a contamination, not to a lesser extent than when say a worker bare hand contacts food ready to eat, but they can be a contributing factor.
Inspectors acted on a complaint last month at Trattoria Aroma on Main Street in Williamsville, according to Health Department records. The establishment was cited for a total of 24 violations, including 2 that were critical.
That's significant.
Inspectors observed a server at the bar handling ready-to-eat lemon wedges with bare hands, and a cook touching and garnishing ready-to-eat pizza from the oven with bare hands.
Can't do that with bare hands.
It's food. No.
They should know better?
Yes. Transmission of disease through the food is often attributed to a bare hand contact. This is an item the department consistently assesses fines for.
Separate from the critical violations, 22 non-critical violations were also noted by inspectors. Things like walls soiled around equipment and a container of food on the floor of a walk-in cooler. In a statement to News 4, restaurant owner David Cosentino says, "We are and have always been extremely diligent in the cleanliness of our operations." He added, "We take nothing more seriously than abiding by the strictest standards for a clean and healthy environment." In fact, a re-inspection done last week shows that the restaurant made significant improvements. Inspectors noted 13 non-critical violations. That's about half of what it was in January. An inspection of Fuji Grill 3 on North Buffalo Street in Orchard Park last month resulted in 12 violations. Among them, food worker not wearing hair restraint, no thermometers in front counter coolers, and microwave food soiled on interior. Despite visiting the restaurant in person, sending an email, and contacting the facility by phone, there's been no response. Now, both Aqua and Aroma provided us with written responses outlining corrective actions that have been taken. We have that information, by the way, posted on WIVB.com. Plus, you can check our Dicey Dining interactive guide and search inspection records for restaurants and schools in all 8 counties of Western New York. I should point out those critical violations that inspectors note, they have to be corrected immediately.
Right.
The non-criticals, they get some extra time to take care of those.
Now, we were talking about this. Do restaurants ever outright dispute these findings and say you're wrong?
Yeah, it happens, and there's actually an administrative process for that where they can go to the county and they can go back and forth about particular violations. As a matter of fact, we talked to the owners of one local restaurant that had a recent inspection, and they have some questions about it, and we're going to hear from them tonight at 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luke.
Okay.